Hello, guys. We said it together this time.
A
Welcome
different
back.
intro.
Welcome back.
Hello, guys. How are you?
If you have not seen our previous episode, go watch it now because it's kind of one of my favorite. And I'm sorry about the video quality.
It really is. Okay, the video quality was not good. I agree with you. But the conversation and the whole video was literally one of my favorites.
Same.
Yet. Until today.
Same. Also,
I had so much fun.
It's one of the funniest yet as well. Like, it's literally funny. There are some, like, clips that I watched, I swear, like 6-7 times, and I'm still laughing. I'm like, what is this? It's hilarious. Like, I'm laughing with myself.
What is one episode that is, like, your second favorite after this one?
The one with the shawarma when we ate in the car.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know why I like that one, even though I was in heat, you know.
It was
heated.
very chill.
Yeah.
I agree.
It
Mine
was
is
very chill.
Is Homewreckers.
Oh, really?
I think from season 3 or 4. I love that one. I listened to it over and over and over.
Okay.
I listened to it like 10 or 11 times.
Cute.
But this one, the past week, I already listened to it 4 times.
Same.
I love it.
Same.
I'm literally at work and just like giggling.
Same, I swear.
Laughing the entire time. It was really
It's
fun.
a really fun episode, and I love the game that we played. It's just fun. It was a fun episode, so y'all need to watch it.
Yeah.
It's been a week, okay?
And let us know if there are other games that y'all want us to play on the podcast.
But it needs to be fitting for a podcast. Like, it needs to be a talking game. It's like something that we can do while we're talking, you know?
Exactly.
It can't be something that we're acting and has nothing to do with the podcast.
I mean, this game was kind of like not really for podcast, but we took the rules.
True.
That
we
works
took some of
with
the
it,
rules off, yeah.
So it was fun. How was your week?
Pretty good, honestly. It also went by pretty fast. What did I do? Honestly, this week was a bit chilling. I didn't do much. No big events. Most of my work was from home. Basically, nothing eventful, to be honest. I went to the gym, increased my weight, so I'm a little bit sore. Every time I increase the weight that I lift at the gym, I get sore for like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And then I have to slowly get used to the new weight, and then I stop being sore and then increase it again. But I'm trying also not to grow my muscles so big, so I keep going to my normal runs, so I get like a lean muscle, not a puffy muscle. And hopefully that works. I'm praying that it does, because I've seen videos where people say if you want to grow muscles but you don't want them to be puffy and big, then do a lot of cardio at the same time. So your muscles don't be like puffy. It's like more of a lean muscle. Also a lot of stretching. Yeah. And, you know, like me and you have a goal of opening our legs 180. Yes. So I'm also trying to stretch a little bit here and there.
Hell yeah.
And I watch multiple videos, and people sometimes can do it in 30 days, but doesn't mean a month. No, it's like 30 days of stretching, and you can't do it every day of stretching. You have to give yourself 2 to 3 days in between, but also stretch. Not open your legs, not try to do the opening, but try to do the stretching. So on day 3, when you are doing the exercise of opening your legs, it's easier.
Yeah. You need to give it a break, because I mean, I do stretch every morning, but sometimes there are things that I do it in a specific day that I don't do the next morning, because otherwise I can, like, you can injure yourself.
You can tear your muscles.
And so you just need to be careful. But I'm so excited.
So one day you're gonna see us, me and Simsim, each do a 180, and I think it's very possible, because I can do close to, I don't know, maybe
what, 120?
Yeah, something like that. 120.
Okay.
Which is not far.
That's really
honestly.
good.
Yeah. It's not far.
You just now starting, so that's really good.
But it really does hurt, and I have to do it on like non-carpet, so my legs can open easily. Yeah. And I'm trying to do 2 minutes and then rest, and then 2 minutes and then rest, and then 2 minutes and then rest for till I finish at 10 minutes, and I'm just following YouTube videos, to be honest. It's random people and some of the videos that I watch is of people that don't even exercise. Like, they have not hit the gym, they don't exercise, and they can reach opening 180 within 2 months.
It is practice. I truly believe it's practice, but it's also a talent, because one of my sisters, she does not go to the gym at all. Yeah. But she always had this flexibility. of her being able to reach her front head. She brings her legs from the back to touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level of stretch that I have not hit yet.
My dad did gymnastics too, so he
Do
always
you see what's
had
in front of us?
Hell yeah. Free Palestine.
Guys, a car just passed in front of us with a huge flag, Palestinian flag, with the sign that says this, basically resistance. It's free amazing.
I'm so happy. This made my day.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So
how about you? You tell me. How was your week?
Yes, it was good because it passed by so fast.
Cute.
The last 3 hours of Friday, I was fighting myself.
She's like, the last day of the week.
The environment. I'm like, please, it went by so slow. But the whole week went by really, really fast. And it was very productive, actually, at work. There were a lot of improvements that were done. And I was very happy. And I got to go and do like a little presentation with my boss. Mm-hmm. It was her presentation with the CEO of the company that we did for them. And she took me with her because I was the engineer for this project. And I saw it completed, and it was really, really beautiful. So, and on our way, she was like, I'm taking you because this is like kind of a refreshment. I don't want you to just be on the computer and like taking care of your team and stuff. I want you to see how it is. And I went there, and it was so pretty, and I almost teared up because I was like, oh my God.
Because it's your work.
Yeah. And it really is difficult if you are in a fabrication and design job, because if you are an architect just regularly in a firm, you get to design and you get to see the process as you move, but you're sitting on a desk in an office. You're not really doing much of process and like building and stuff like that. But if you are doing design and fabrication, 80% of your time goes to fabrication, right? And then you really get to, like, you don't get much time to see the actual final product. And most of the projects that I work in, they're out of the States. So I don't really get to go and see the final product. And that one was like literally 10 minutes away from here. So I was very, very excited. It was very exciting. Beautiful. It was a bench. And it was,
I saw a picture of it, and it looks really cool.
Thank you.
It's like one of those wood wavy designs. It's very popular, very trendy. Like every 10th video on Instagram, if you're somebody that watches home designs and decor and interior design, it's gonna pop up.
Yeah,
like it's a very trending idea, and the execution looks amazing. The bench looks so smooth. Thanks. You looked happy and very small comparing to your project.
Oh yes. I mean, the whole bench, actually, it was 112 feet.
Yeah, it looked big.
It was huge. But I enjoyed more of like the look of it, because the overall look, the company that we did it for them, they were like, okay, we wanted that specific curve. So I was like, okay, cool, we can work with that. But the detailing and the engineering and making it stand and choosing the right metal structure to hold it up, that was the best part. I had so much fun doing that with my team. So it was nice.
That's really cute.
Yeah. Other than that, I also was working on an artsy thing today with my friend, Trisha.
Yes.
And we woke up at 4:30 in the morning.
Shout out to her because she's been on the podcast.
Yes. And she a real one for waking up at 4:30 really to do this.
I saw some of the pictures already, and y'all, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
Simsim is really good at photography, and I just figured that today, and it kind of hurts, but it's good. It's good. It's amazing.
It's a future thing.
It's amazing.
In the future.
It's amazing. Like I already saw like so many pictures that I liked. I was like, bro, you have so many options. Like amazing pictures.
Thanks. I know I'm good at it, but I really don't do much of people. I do mostly buildings, architecture.
But you're really good projects. At fashion and people and items and pieces.
Thank you.
you just have an eye for it, so it's really good. Like the pictures are crisp, and I can see that the position of her taking the picture is detailed. Like I can see this picture has been studied. Is it not just like, oh, that's cutesy?
There was a vision. I'm not gonna lie, and it was overthought.
That's very normal of Simsim.
But also Trisha is a pro at
she is
modeling. She's really good.
She is really good.
So she made it really, really easy to work with her. It was beautiful.
People that understand the assignment.
Really. Because when we did it too, because me and Tharaya, I did a shirt and Tharaya was like wearing it.
That was like 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was so easy. It took us like what, 30 minutes to do the whole thing?
Yeah.
And then we went back home. It was so easy. And the same thing today. It was way more shots and video and stuff like that. So it took us an hour and a half.
I love it though. I love it when people understand the assignment and can get the assignment done in a fast way. You know what I mean? And still get great results.
Yes.
And there are people that take forever and give you the minimal results. And I'm like, that's when I get disappointed and I don't contact those people ever again. But I love working with people that get it right away.
Yeah.
Because it's hot to shoot outside, especially in Houston. It's
hot.
Extremely hard to shoot during heat time in Houston. Like you get sticky, you get like, I don't know.
That's why we were like either sunrise or sunset. But sunset today we have an event that we want to go to. So it had to be sunrise. And that was the only day that we were both
I love
available.
sunrise.
It was nice. And we got really lucky because it was cloudy. So the sun was not affecting
cloudy
anything.
Pictures are so good.
So good. You saw it turned out to be like really dreamy.
It's like a filter.
Really nice. Yes. I love it.
And I can't wait to see them. I just cannot. And girl, you better not take 2 years because I know you. You better not take 2 years to drop them.
I cannot. Wait. Okay. I'm pulling an all-nighter tonight.
Yes.
Because you know why? Because it takes me so long to do an art project because I overthink it.
Yes.
So I'm trying. I already have another idea for tomorrow. And
I love that.
I'm just going to do it and I'm just going to put it out there.
Yes.
And if it is cringy for someone, it is cringy for someone. I really
and it
don't
might
care.
be amazing for somebody else.
Exactly. But in my thoughts, for an overthinker, it's like, like it might be cringy.
I do that too.
I'm like, I don't care. You know what? I'm an artist.
Yes.
And I'm really trying to learn. Today, I was talking to myself. I'm like, art is all about expressing myself, not about thinking what other people like. So I'm just going to do me. I'm going to do my art. And whether you like it or not, that's up to you. I respect both,
Look, I find it that most people lose themselves when they try to please the audience, not themselves. Yeah. You truly lose yourself. You lose passion. You lose interest. And this happens to me every now and then. I have to sit down with myself and be like, look, you're doing this for you, not for the audience, not for the views, not for anything. Because the minute I start overthinking about the audience and the views and whether this looks cringy or not, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I just don't. And I have so much to release, but I don't want to release it because I'm overthinking. And sometimes I'm like La La Land. I don't care what I release. It can be the silliest thing. And I don't care.
Yeah.
I see, like after a week or two, you really don't care. Like it's not worth it to overthink about things when
it's a post. It's not like it's a picture or
especially
it's a video.
Social media. Sometimes people take social media so serious.
Yeah.
Y'all, let me tell you, it's really not serious. You can do whatever you want. Some people might get every single picture professionally taken and not go anywhere in life. And sometimes people take all their pictures by person and they go way far in places. So it's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels.
Yes. Because it really shows the authentic work or that you love your work and you're just not putting it out there just to put it out there, right? And I feel like at the beginning of you trying to express yourself, you're always gonna have to find a balance between you just posting stuff just to post and to like stay on schedule, or you're really posting stuff that you really want to put out there and that you really love.
Yes.
No matter how many likes you get, no matter how many views, shares, or whatever, these are numbers that does not really matter. At the end of the day, I was watching something for Tyler, the Creator, the rapper.
He's a creator. He's a rapper. He's like
everything.
A
Literally,
director, everything.
And he was saying that one time he was looking over YouTube and he found a guy that had like 2 or 3 subscribers.
Yeah.
And he was a singer and he loved his voice.
Yeah.
And he DM'd him and he was like, I just want to work with you.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it because a girl in the audience was like, I want to do art and I don't know, I'm scared to do it. And he was like, just put it out there. Like whether you having
never
a million
know
view
who's going to come across it,
or having 1 or 2 people that are viewing your stuff, you never know who is going to cross your path and actually ask you to work with. Sometimes people 100%. That have 200 real followers are way more successful and have way more work and deals than people that have millions, because 100%. Those 200 might be really loyal to you and support you in everything. Exactly.
As well.
Yeah. So you don't just do your thing. If you're an artist, just do your thing.
Just do your thing and actually don't just. Sometimes it's good to think and execute, but sometimes overthinking something might be the stopping point for you.
Yeah.
So you just have to find a balance between thinking and execution. And hopefully the route between thinking and execution is not too long, because other people might get the same idea that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
And that's something that is 100% true. Sometimes you think, oh my God, this is a great idea, but then you don't end up doing anything about it. You don't execute it. You see other people doing it. Exactly the same idea that you have in your head, because this is how the world is. It's the same idea can go to your head and you might think it's the most unique idea ever. Yeah. But somebody else is also thinking about the exact same thing. And it's not just one person. It could be 10 other people thinking about it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, who's going to execute it faster? And what's not meant for you is not meant for you. Yeah. So also that's something that I always try to think about. It's like, oh my God, I work so hard in this and I'm so good at this and I'm one of the best in this, but I'm just not lucky to basically get the production of what I do. You know, sometimes it's just not meant for you to be in that route. No matter how much you try, it's just not meant for you. And sometimes things that you don't even think about and you think that it's way far from you reach you so quick because it's just meant for you to have it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's something that I think about all the time, to
you
be
know,
honest.
You said it bothers me though, not that other people did it, because it inspires me. If I see someone else doing the idea that I have in my head, I'm like, okay, they did it, so I can do it. This is great. But it bothers me that I overthought and really put myself down when I should know that my potential is higher than this and I should do it. So it's like, use it as something to inspire you and pep talk you to do things as soon as it comes to your head. And I'm saying this so that I can listen to it later on.
Of course, yeah.
Because I tend to do that a lot. And for example, in architecture, I know that I am really good and I know that I can make things happen. So to me, it's like, I'm sure of that path. But in fashion, because I'm barely new in this and I'm really, really scared to switch paths, so it's taking me a little bit longer to do it, but it just takes time to get to that level of the confidence that I have in architecture in fashion. It's just a new thing.
I really think you just do your thing. Do what you love. Don't regret anything. Whether it takes you places or you just get an experience and enjoy life. It's good that you do it anyway. You know, it's true. You better do it than regret not doing it. So no matter where you end, you gave it a try. You know, it's not something that you will look back when you're older and be like, oh my God, I wish I tried. At least you tried. You did your best. Whether you get something good, great, amazing. You don't, it's an experience that you will never forget.
Yeah. And
you'll meet people through the process that probably will stay in your life forever. Sometimes it's not the product, it's the journey.
True.
So
True.
The journey is very important as well. A lot of people don't care about the journey, but the journey is very important. And what you stand for and how things work out is, I don't know, it's something that sticks with you, you know, sometimes more than the character. Product.
It really builds your character because it really shows you who you are, what you like and what you don't like. It builds you, like you said. Just
like, honestly, in modeling, when I used to do a lot of runway here in Texas, and I used to go to school, I met so many people, and some of them are still people that I talk to till today.
That's cute.
Honestly. So the journey is more beautiful than the product, in my opinion. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. I remember we wanted it to talk about, since we are already talking about social media, like the aesthetics and like the
trends.
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yes, because I do have an opinion about that. You know, like how sometimes in social media we get a trend, like either a song or a color, or a word, exactly. Anything on social media could be a trend, you know?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's cute to follow the trend, but it's also cute to put the trend in your style, like represent the trend in your style. People who get it. People who don't, do not have to, you know? I don't like it when sometimes people understand the trend in a way where they have to represent the trend from head to toe. You know what I mean? Their image is disappearing with each trend, you know? Each trend is like wears them out, you know?
Like you go to their page and it's just a bunch of trends.
Exactly.
Nothing that shows who they are.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Exactly. And there are people that you go to their profiles and you can see a touch of personality throughout the years. Like, yes, the style changes, but there is a touch of personal styling with the trends. And in my opinion, it's just more realistic and more human for us to represent trends in our own style than have the trend represent us. You know what I mean? And it's more affordable and environment friendly, like pocket friendly, honestly, and everything friendly if you do your style than just following a trend. Because the trend is set up as a business, you know? It's like, yay, this thing is trending. Now you see it available in 1,500 stores. Everybody is selling something that is related to this trend. So yes, it's a marketing technique that a lot of people use, but it's up to you whether to be a sheep or actually just create your own style and not be played with those trends. And I don't know, like it's just you end up buying things that are trendy at the moment, and then after a month or two you don't even reach out for them because they're not your style. You were just following the trend.
Sometimes you also do things that does not align with your morals that you are talking about, right? For example, I've seen that there's that one trend of them influencers like poking the bottle of water. Somebody holds them up and they do it, and then they're wasting all that water, right? It's cute. I'm not saying it's not cute, but I'm just saying if you are advocating for a specific organization that talks about sustainability and water and not wasting, you know, stuff and resources, natural resources, then you doing this is not really, I get it. It will probably get you 14, 15 millions view, but like it's not really showing who you are, or people are not really going to believe the message that you are trying to put out there. And this is just like a silly example. It's not really like, it's a bottle of water, yes, but if you are really advocating for something, you should be very authentic and you should think about everything that you are putting out there, because in some other countries that are watching you wasting that water, they are really waiting for a drop of clean water to drink a day. So you just weigh it out. Your morals, sometimes you have to stick by them no matter what it is. Speaking of that, I think the Dubai concerts hall, whatever, in Coca-Cola, with Coca-Cola, that's a very, very important thing, because a lot of social media people go there, and like it's a huge deal on social media. And a bunch of Arab and different
So it's
artists.
a festival?
Yeah, it's a kind of a festival.
Okay.
They get invited to it. It's not
Okay.
really like a 3-day or 4-day festival. I don't know the details about it, but I think it happens during a specific period of time. Like in a month, they bring specific singers or whatever. And a bunch of Arabs are going there, like artists are accepting the invites, even though it should be morally incorrect for them to do this. And they have been talking about the freedom of Palestine and all the other countries that are oppressed. And then Macklemore, we sent this to each other exactly the same time, but he was invited to that, and then he was informed that this funding of that, I think if I'm saying it right, the funding of this festival goes against or is supporting the genocides in Palestine and in Sudan and other different countries, right? So he has been supporting the movement from the get-go, really, from October 7th. So he canceled that festival. And it probably was going to bring him millions of dollars, but he chose to stick by his morals. And he knows that he's going to lose a lot of audience on social media.
Of course.
Because that's their whole... In the Middle East, the whole point of creating these festivals is for people to go and take pictures and post it and videos and stuff like that. It's for exposure.
Yeah.
For the country, to promote tourism and stuff like that.
Of course.
But it just shows, like, stuff like that just shows me that it doesn't matter where you are from. And I'm really respecting him for doing this because he really did not have to.
Yeah.
He has no ties to the Middle East at all.
No.
And people who are from there are not really taking it seriously.
I don't think there is anybody that that is actually caring as much.
Imagine breaking a multi-million deal just because it does not align with your morals. I'm sure he was...
You have to be very, 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 I don't know, like very respectful to your morals for you to do a move like this. And you have to be somebody who likes themselves more than money. You know what I mean? You have to value
Respect
your
yourself.
morals and yourself and your integrity more than money. That's the only way that people will actually turn things down and stick to their morals. And I'm one of those people. Sometimes my morals are great, sometimes they're shitty. And sometimes I stick with my morals, and sometimes I'm 100% a hypocrite, and it happens. But we're talking about people who have millions and millions and millions of dollars, that saying no to something that will bring them another million should not be that hard. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter.
In my opinion, it's still hard to.
It is still hard
because he wasn't just. Yeah, okay, he has 500 millions, let's say. He has way less because he's not that big.
Yeah.
But getting a 5-10 million deals, that's still a lot to you. Yeah. Because at that level, no matter how much money you have, the more you have, the more you want. It's just in the human nature. We get more greedy as much as we and
sometimes people wake up when they have a lot of money. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes when people are done making money, basically they have enough money, they wake up and look back at their morals and care about their morals more than money. And sometimes the greed is just stronger. So it just depends.
True. I see your point.
I pray that there are more humans like Macklemore that can do that and can stand up for their morals. But I also know that it's not just the people, it's the countries and people in charge that I don't align with. It's just the problem is way bigger than ourselves, basically. Yeah. But I was just saying that the countries also, it's just not people, it's the countries, people in power. Like, I just don't get it, and I'm done trying to get it. You know, I'm just gonna do my best, live my life best way that I see possible, and I'm all the way here. Whatever happens in the Middle East, hopefully I can, I don't know, help people that need the help. What am I gonna change something? I wish.
I believe we do. We are changing so much.
I wish.
We are changing. You're boycotting so many things, right?
Yes, but
you're not paying
true,
your money. You are putting your money in the right places. That is enough change for me, to be honest. The smallest steps will make the change, because 2 years ago, 90% of the people did not know anything about Palestine. They just thought that it's a country that can coexist with Israel. And they did not know that there was genocide that is happening there for like 75 years. They didn't know about all of these things. Today, with everything that we are doing, we're spreading the message. And millions and millions of people are knowing about this, if not billions already.
Like, you have to be really sleeping under the rock if you have not heard anything in the past 9 months.
Yeah.
You are truly sleeping under a rock. Yeah. And great for you, I guess.
I mean, anything would expose it to you. A friend, something like a car that passed like not too long ago.
Exactly.
Right? It literally says on it, "Free Palestine with a resistant hand." So you start questioning yourself. Seeing this, you're like, oh, okay, what's going on? And if you are not a curious person and you don't question yourself, I don't know what you do in your
honestly,
day. How do... This is a question that I have for people that are not curious naturally. How do you function? How do you go by your day just going, not wanting to learn something new?
I can't answer that because I'm not one of those people. But y'all are in La La Land, and I love that for you. Good for you. Boo-boo.
It's not.
No, I think
Change it, please.
I think really ignorance and being cold and not curious and not questioning thing is a bliss, because the more you know, the crazier things will sound. To be honest, in my opinion, like, the more I know, the more confused I am about what's going on. The more I know, the more stress I get. The more I know.
But that's the beauty of learning.
Yes, correct. But also there is beauty in ignorance, where people don't care. There are people that never listen to the news, don't care about anything. They can hear something and shut it off right away. And I wish I have that ability, but I used to, I think, when I was younger. But now I know that it affects so much more than just like a country. Like, I know it affects life, you know. Exactly, it affects so many things, so I can't shut it off. But I know there are people that don't care.
I hope and I pray to God that He will never put people in my life like this. Please, God. I don't want
think
to
you
be
will
surrounded.
be friended with people like that.
But sometimes it happened in the past where you are around people that are not curious, or they don't want to improve themselves, or they don't want to, you know what I mean?
It's a choice for sure.
Yeah. And then you don't realize that until way later. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And it just feels like a waste of time.
But the beautiful thing also is that you really know the people when it hits like rock bottom for you. You know, like the situation is rock bottom. And this is how you know who's going to be there supporting you, understanding you, help you ease the situation, you know, and who is going to be like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't want to understand. Like, I don't want to learn. Those are the kind of people that I don't want in my life.
Yeah.
If you don't want to learn something that I am curious about,
or passionate about, or talking about, then
I don't need you. And I will be the same thing to you. I will be curious about what you are curious about, and I want to learn. You know, it's a two-way road. It's not just...
It's true.
Yeah.
It's being a human, being kind is for you to try to relate to other people. That's the simplest thing that we can do as a human, is understand where the other person is coming from. Understand how they're feeling. You know, you don't have to know how they're feeling, but understand how they're feeling. Yeah. And if you choose not to, it's a choice. You're just trying not to be kind. You're not trying to be a normal human being. And you can do that, but don't expect people to stay with you forever. Don't expect people not to change because you are not kind. You know? Yeah. People change as well. If you treat people badly, they're going to treat you badly too.
Karma.
Exactly. Karma exists, and people are stronger than karma sometimes. Not
They
everybody
are
waits.
karma.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. Some people are karma.
It's true.
We are karma. I truly believe,
Yeah.
no, for real. I'm
True.
not even kidding. I believe
We have
that
energy,
we have
so why
really
not?
good energy
Yeah.
to a point that if somebody does us wrong today, tomorrow, 10,000 years ahead,
It will hit them.
it will. When you have really good energy, you are karma. You don't need to like
True.
be like waiting for something to happen, or you don't even need to do something. It
True.
will.
It will happen
It will
eventually.
happen eventually. Yeah.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah.
Are you watching anything like a TV show, a
Yes.
movie that you're interested about?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What you watching?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes has been in my brain
Years now.
for weeks, and that shit was a trend 10,000 years ago.
But I love it though.
I specialize in picking up the trend
and living with it.
later on and living with it.
She recycles
Yeah,
things.
I do. I'm
Yeah.
very sustainable.
Yeah.
I'm watching a show. It's called Al Batniya
Oh wow.
in Arabic, Egyptian
Oh, wow.
specifically. I love that show. I saw it when I was like 12 or 11. And I think I'm picking up old show just for the nostalgia of me reliving those days, because I watched it in Baghdad and I love that show. It's basically a show of a man that has a huge family. He's married to like 3 wives, and
Okay.
he has like, I don't know, like 15 kids and stuff like that. And all of them are girls. He only have one boy.
Okay.
So basically, that one boy is gonna take care of all of his work.
Okay.
And in front of the world, he has a wood store. He sells wood,
Okay.
sheets of wood and stuff like that. But he's actually a drug dealer.
Oh, okay.
He sells hashish.
Okay.
And he wants his kid to work with that, but his kid does not know.
Okay.
And his kid loves the girl that works at the shop.
Oh, the wood shop.
Yes, yeah.
She probably knows the whole cartel.
I love it.
Okay.
So yeah, he ends up marrying her without telling his parents, but then they find out. Yeah, and then they take her kid away from her because she was pregnant. And then they send her his clothes with blood, telling her that we killed your kid. But they actually kept the kid because, you know,
they just don't want her to look for him.
Exactly. And then she will grow older and she will figure out that he left her, the man, right? And he had a kid. That's her kid.
Yeah.
But they tell her it's someone else's kid.
Oh,
and
no.
then she ends up killing them.
Oh, God.
It's very dramatic.
Very dramatic.
But it's settled drama. Really, it sounds crazy, but on the TV show, it's very subtle.
Okay, okay.
And it was a movie back then. So they made it into a show later on.
Nice.
So I love it. Yeah, that was very heavy, but I love it. It's one of my favorite shows.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Well, I watch documentaries about killers and serial killers in Houston. Very completely different things, to be honest.
Not this. I love documentaries.
Yeah.
But like for a fun thing to watch for an hour every day, you know, just to like while I'm doing something, sewing or doing stupid shit. Yeah. I love to watch stuff that doesn't make me think while I'm already thinking about something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I love documentaries. And like especially crime and serial killers and things like that. Whew, it's like definitely my cup of tea. And now I'm watching one that is in Houston. Like it's about Houston and Galveston. And it's not long ago, to be honest. Like it was 3-4 years ago when they confirmed like who is the serial killer. Very bad, boo-boo. Very bad. It's between here and Galveston.
Yeah,
like
what
somebody
is the crime?
Killing girls. A guy that would go and pick like women and kill them and throw them in places, and they would find their bodies like after a week or 2 or a month. You know, they would disappear.
Is it still happening?
Oh no, it's not. But we don't know.
Did
I mean,
they
maybe in
catch
10
them?
years. He is still a free man. And if you're listening to this, bro, I kill you before you kill me. So
we are Iraqis.
Yeah. So plus I don't go to those places. Like I don't go to a bar between here and Galveston. Like I never make a stop between here and Galveston in a bar, you know? And I don't talk to random people. Like I don't like what happened is like this
far away from what we actually do on a daily basis.
It's way far from my lifestyle. But it's something that happened and the man is afraid. And yeah, it's just a very sad thing.
That's another reason we need to get out of here.
Yeah. But these stories are out there. I sometimes listen to them because it's part of my life. I live in Houston. I need to know what happened in this area. I need to know what happened in the other area. You know, it's like something related to the city that you live in. Of course, I'm going to be curious about it. It's my city, you know?
Yeah.
And it's places that I know. And you never know. I might meet one of those families that lost their daughter in this situation, you know? So I want to know especially that, again, I like to understand people and relate to them. That's the simple human thing that I can do about it, you know?
Yeah.
But bad people are out there, and some of them don't get caught, you know, because there are no strong evidence. If you are a really good serial killer, you would hide your evidence, and sadly the law can't come and get you without evidence. Like, that's also the law, you know?
That's terrifying.
It is. That's why serial killers are hard to catch, because they know, you know, how to hide things.
Here in America,
that's what we think.
Yes. Okay. Get it. I get it. But there were like whole like terrorism stuff that was happening back home. And they still were able to catch some people that were doing some like suicidal.
True.
Right? And that is not a very developed country. Iraq is not developed as much as America is. I feel like there is like I have a conspiracy theory that they let them loose for some purpose. Because you telling me the U.S. cannot catch those serial killers? Like,
no, they can, of course.
By a phone, they can locate where they're at.
100%.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know why we don't have much serial killers in the Middle East as much as here.
Thank God.
And Europe also. It's not like as much. Here in the United States is just crazy. And I think it's because of the introduction of drugs here, you know, and medicine, and big pharma is very big thing here, you know. Like we have, people have access to weird medications. Also, we have access to chemicals that can get rid of bodies. We have access to weapons that other countries, people, me and you, don't have access to that, you know?
Yeah.
Here, you can have access to anything. In one day, you can collect all the tools that you need, which is scary because it's just easy. Yeah. You can get a hold of anything you want here.
Literally, you can get meds for mental illness the exact same day prescribed for you to pick up.
Yeah.
You know, you can talk to a psychotherapist the exact same day. You were just talking to them on the phone. They don't even see you in person. And it's like rushed. And they can prescribe you something really, really quickly. And you go pick it up within like 15, 20 minutes. If it is available at the nearest pharmacy by your house. That is very, very dangerous, because if you are not going to see me in person, I get it that we are in a life now that we have to do a lot of remote work. It makes sense if you're a designer. Yeah,
but
do
not
it
in
remotely. Medicine, you need to have the person in front of you to actually analyze and see how they are behaving, especially if it's a mental illness. That's just insane to me, because what if the person is lying? You have studied for, I don't know how many years they study, like 6-8 years
minimum.
Yeah, for you to actually know how to analyze a person's behavior. And just having it on the phone, not even a video call, like you can literally talk to a psychotherapist
or text messages.
Yes, that is just like terrifying on a whole nother level. Maybe I'm not that person. Maybe I'm
just having my AI texting
you. Or somebody else stole my phone and they started doing shit.
Yeah.
And if you go to the pharmacy, if they have my information picking up stuff, they don't require an ID. I go pick up my sister's prescriptions without them asking me about anything.
That's insane.
Just the date of birth and the name. That's it.
That's insane.
It's so easy.
But you know, I also was listening to people who are involved in politics. There are over 2,000 people who are lobbying for big pharmas. Imagine. So basically, the Congress is run by people who are involved in weapons and medicine.
Yeah.
That's how the country is being run. People who have invested their money in weapons, they have lobbyists that go and lobby, and people who have invested in medicine also go and do lobbying. So
it's terrifying. It's a whole big system that is very intertwined that we cannot get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are paying the price.
I'm one of the people that will try to minimize the amount of medications I put in my body as much as possible. Like I would pick the simplest medications over anything. And I try so hard to eat healthy, exercise, because I do not want to be depending on anything that is related to medications. I pray every day. I swear to God, it's one of the things that I pray for and thankful for every day, that I don't do those things. And hopefully in the future, God gives me the power to not really depend on any medications, because it is scary what goes into those medications. And I just know that the only people who are benefiting from a sick lifestyle is the big pharma. That's why also in the United States, we don't have really a great education about how to stay healthy. We tell people how to solve the problem, not how to minimize the problem.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like we give medications. We don't tell them to change your lifestyle.
Because they benefit.
Yeah.
They benefit from it, right?
Yeah.
We still sell junk food for people to eat. We don't sell them healthier and cheaper food.
No.
We up the prices on the healthy food. And then we make the burgers for like $1-2 that are, I don't believe that's real meat. I don't know what it is. It's probably cardboard.
Yeah.
And then we just keep people eating those stuff, and then we raise the price of the medicine.
Yeah.
So that's how they keep stealing and taking away the money from people.
By the way, these are facts. We're not just telling you things here and there. No, these are facts.
Literally.
And these are people who work in those fields, who have come out on social media, on the news, on media channels, and have spoken about this. And there are documentaries and movies and TV shows on Netflix. So this is something that is very factual. Yeah. No BS
Every
here.
American you will ask, they will agree. Like normal middle class people.
Yeah, that have simple
lower
education.
class.
Exactly.
Yeah, they will agree with you.
Yeah.
We still regret taking the vaccine for
some
COVID.
people, yeah.
We were talking about this last time. I never broke a bone in my entire body. And I used to do crazy stuff until I was like 18.
Yeah.
And then one time I fell off of a small table. The fell was stupid.
Yeah.
It was after I took the
VC.
And I broke my elbow. It was so dumb. I remember
that.
And I'm like, I feel my body is not the same as it was before.
I feel that too. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's mental. But I know, in fact, it's not mental. But I'm trying to convince my body that it's fine and I can get over it. Just don't do this mistake again. And honestly, I'd rather not travel, not go anywhere, and not follow the vaccination. Honestly,
that monkey pox, whatever.
I'm not getting
vaccinations. I'm not getting. Let the monkeying.
For
I'm not gonna do none
real,
of that shit.
For
I'm good.
real, 100%.
Hell no.
100%. That's hilarious.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Is that it for today?
Yeah.
It was a good episode. It was a very chill one.
Yes.
We didn't really plan any of those topics.
Nothing.
Maybe next episode we want to talk about something planned. Specifically.
Topic, yeah. And comment. Let us know what y'all want to talk about. We already have a list, but we might like something that you guys let us
100%.
tell us about. And
we'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye, loves.
Adios.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.